Now, you have that young core that was just being discussed of the desk with this Portuguese flavor. That core, led by Mutiris, with Simple Electronic, who have been back together for about 3 months.
It's hired muscle.
It's an exciting jigsaw puzzle, and it's definitely one of the keys for people tuning in for Stage 1 here in Kraków. Let's see if we can get some better Counter-Strike from them today.
I definitely am also echoing the sentiment of the desk. I'm happy with it's a Dust2 as opposed to another overpass. Makes a lot of sense logically. The T side, we'll see if it does fare better for BC.Game.
Yeah, they played it online and they lost it. But it's all about the LAN games for a team like this.
Late long, Wrinkle's going to be peeking into this, and he's nailed the headshot. Simple. Taken down. Oh, Wrinkle. 3 quick clicks of the USP. Taking down the man that put the one in his name. He's taken down his inspiration to start us off. Big smile on his face. Quad kill in the pistol. That is how you get the juices flowing. And this voice, you can see Ken, one of the newest, in fact, the newest addition to the Ninjas in Pajamas. I think he is going to be a real valuable asset as far as the vibes go.
I think it's with what you were saying just there as well in terms of inspiration for somebody like Wrinkle. Same thing for Ken, right? These are Ukrainian players.
Yeah.
And you're going to savor the opportunity to talk a bit of trash to the legend. Okay. He's loving that. Well, he has a key role, right? Plugging into this thing. This is the first Dust2 that NiP have played with him in the roster. He'll just be taking that standard. Well, I want to say standard. It's, in my opinion, the most important position for a CT rifler on Dust2. Your A player who supports long, but also is rotating with CT for the mid to Bs, playing Goose, playing Ramp, playing Car. It's a key position, right? Again, as we just have this eco, it should be pretty easy to deal with. It's just the Deagle in Simple's hands. Doesn't even play first, so Crazy takes the space, and they're going to get mopped up now as Electronic will get a single kill. Can goes down as well, so a little bit costly.
Let's go, Aragorn.
See how much more damage you can do. This is the same as Mirage for NiP, where it's the young core playing the key positions. Kaspersky as your mid to B player, Wrinkle obviously is the AWPer to be here, there, and everywhere, and then Ken is that A rotating rifler. That means Snappy anchors long and Shush anchors B. It's the other 3 that have to feel the game. And this is where you hope the decision tree that you built and what Dupree was talking about on the desk in terms of they're not being scared to make the plays they normally would. It means they need to be having a good day today.
Yeah, and not over-prepping as well, yeah, and making sure it is not going to kind of cloud the judgment and the feeling.
You're going long.
They are. Aragorn's going to be flashing himself out. Just goes straight on in and does do damage, but he's fallen. Long range from Kaspersky. A little burst for number 2. Electronic feels the wrath of that MP9. Confirmation of extra bodies brought down by Wrinkle. You keep trying long. It's going to be the same result. This time it's Kaspersky with the multi. A triple kill, AK scavenged, and Crazy's the last man to be found.
Okay, Risky spamming back right now. They're going to start clamping down the space. He might just get chipped away at. Shush is cutting off at the pass all the way through T-spawn. And that right there, using the SMG long for that control. They wanted to try and punish Snappy. They're using their spawns. I think everyone at home who plays Pugs is quite familiar with that as Dust2, and Can will mop it up. So 3-0, pretty spotless start. We're talking a total of 3 kills in 3 rounds for BCG.
Yeah, that's bleak. I mean, it feels like the eco was obviously a non-starter, but I don't know, the guns, they haven't really hit.
You don't want it to get away from you too quick, right? So I would hope into the next rifle round, they take a tactical timeout just to slow the pace, have a conversation, go, okay, well, we're 4-0 down, but we've only played 1 gun round. But you just want to start making these a little bit more threatening. So if I'm Taz and I'm standing behind this team, I want to hope that the comms are flowing in around like this and they're able to get 1 or 2 kills and that there's ideas. Wrinkle post up with the AWP.
Simple's going to peek into him, and his scout tag onto the AWP, but nearly hits the follow-up through the doors. Wrinkle will turn tail and tuck back towards the A site.
I also think it's important that Wrinkle doesn't go down there with all the nades, right? He can give that over to Cam for rotation, and now he can play a much safer position on A. So risky early to try and pick them so they can't do a light by execute, but now they're set up for crisscross. Ooh, missed. Okay, that was meant to go top door. They still have 2 smokes to be able to execute outshot, and maybe the fact that Simple knows he's tagged Wrinkle, they want to try and scale this, because Wrinkle won't be able to take as many re-peaks.
I thought Snappy was pushing. He is very deep, pushed up long side. Could be very disconnected if the A players do feel any pressure. If Simple was to hit another scout shot onto that Wrinkle sniper rifle, he'll be peeking first. Oh, he has! Gets the follow-up. Wrinkle doesn't even get to pull the trigger on the sniper. Simple sits him down.
Okay, how's the protocols with the retakes, NiP?
He got info. He spotted out Snappy towards that pit side and hasn't been able to connect the first bullet. Kaspersky coming in from the short side. Looks like Ken's going to be coming long to join Snappy. That smoke
Long will have to play first because of the short block.
Yeah, they're going to have to respect it. Simple brought down to half health, trying to throw out bullets down range, still nothing connecting. Finally, brings Snappy down to 13 HP.
That's round.
It should very well be over. Little bit of a chip in, but Simple will finish off the meal. And BC.G, you don't even need guns. They'll do it with what was a simple scout and a couple of pistols.
Okay, well, forget it. Gonna lose everything there. Utira's gonna let out a roar. Ooh, okay. I like that from Taz. Throughout the lobby with Shocks, he said, oh, no, there's no yelling. Taz back in his day, people might not remember him from 1.6, but they should within his CSGO days. He definitely got loud, so letting Ken know. Stomach in that one, that partial bite. Oh, the swarm there. Great camera. That's an example of letting your players play. Right, Simple being able to take peeks without the smokes coming in first as they do go into this long control.
What I love is that Electronics managed to get that pretty much on his own.
Well, so they want to go with the classic Na'Vi, right? They can just filter out long right now. Crazy has the extremity of B covered for now, and then they can just siphon through their utility. You would be expecting some type of CT response. So they push up a tunnels, they try and go aggressive short and fight over towards middle. Well, right now, just held at bay. You see on the radar the block smoke just in front of Electronics' line of sight. Here it is. So they got a couple more of those to get through. Shush has one. And he's got that over towards B for the block. So silence falls over Dust2, and it does look like they are just going to wait this out and then try and execute through long. Utiris is dealing with the top mid push. Crazy, as you just saw, was dealing with the B push.
A little bit of a short flash swing. Nothing to report for Ken.
Now, you have to keep in mind what util they have as the long cross comes in. There's nobody playing car, which means they can't be as jarring to this as they would hope. There's the first long cross smoke. Is this just a bait out residual utility? Time will become the problem. Sub 40 seconds now.
Yeah, and Wrinkle's just constantly been intermittently uncrouching on this box. Simple might catch him! Brutal! Back to back, sat down by Simple.
There's the second smoke.
Vaulting across, Aragorn's the first man on the scene. Ken tucked towards Gandalf. Molly forces the fight and a quick adjustment from Aragorn. That feels like that could very well be the round.
Look where Crazy is. He's already in lower tunnels, so he can try and deal with this save. He'll be hearing Snappy running B hill now. Shush has gotten past upper tunnels towards T-spawn, but they want to take these guns away. Mudras has let the boys off the leash to hunt.
I'm curious as to whether Crazy goes any further. He's hearing Snappy. And he has managed to remove at least one of the weapons. The rifles, however, are the prized possession and should be traded. Kaspersky loses his too.
Well, they know Shush has to be around here somewhere, right? This is the B anchor, so he's been able to slip, and there's also this smoke in the upper tunnels, so I don't know if they're going to want to throw themselves to the wolves through this. It'll just be Shush being able to retain the M4. But that's back-to-back rounds where Simple's found the opening kill onto Wrinkle. Times with them. Can they get the trade? No, Shush will hold on. Aragorn and Mudras cannot get that. But a very nice round. They know that one has massive financial ramifications. So this is a third teed up right now for BC.G in pursuit of stage 2.
He was doing this for 40 seconds, and then just as he uncrouches, Simple has arrived in that meantime. Really nice flick out of Aragorn. Gets 2 kills in this round, so good to see impact from the Portuguese contingent.
Good job.
G'ing him up.
Good shit. Good job.
Hey, there it is again.
Yeah, you get a Simple good job.
Okay, B pick with the AWP to make sure they're not mantling up platform there. Remember, they know Shush is the B defender. They're still testing his waters here.
Yeah, Electronic, you can be ready for this kind of elevation, especially with the scout baiting you in.
Simple tagged.
Simple down to 29, and Snappy actually finishes the job that Shush started. Backing away from the nade, he lives on. Opening kills theirs, but it still should favor BC.G. You were hoping for another. A 3v5 feels a whole lot more favorable, considering the weaponry.
Quick rotation from NiP. Getting in position on A now.
Yeah, is that really going to be a Zeus? Oh, a jumping Zeus attempt. That's going to
still 2v3
on my face. Very losable for BC.G. Could get weird. Nice flick. Removes Kaspersky, forced out by the Molotov, and that molly out the flank from Wrinkle. This could be game-ending. Nobody's looking. He's got 2 on his screen. Oh, and Denial, the desk discussed. Winning a gun round, losing to an eco. It's ugly. Sure, there was a save rifle on Shush, but he wasn't doing much.
Yeah, look, I think right there, I like the reaction from BC.G once they get blocked on B. They're quite quick to take some space, but they are very rushed. They don't have any of the extremities contained in all of this. They're trying to outmaneuver the M4 before it can get in position. And they're losing fights on the way. Wrinkle catches this perfect timing and just mows them down.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're straight back into proceedings.
So if you spawns again, NiP, to make sure they don't lose long control early. So we're seeing a change in terms of positions of Ken and Kaspersky. See if they cross paths and go back to what is the standard, because at the moment BCG are playing with a bit more of a default, but heavy through lower tunnels and down the mid-ramp now. Okay, so yes, they have gone back to standard.
Oh, that's a very
nade.
chunky nade. Okay, a bit of pressure applied towards the short side. Looks like we're going to see CT smoke landing, and Ken is not going to be in a position to kind of do anything more than
he can
warn
break
them.
it. He has a HE, so if he feels that they're actually committing, he can break this, but the restraint in that CT rotating rifler position with your nades is key. You also would love it if they came out short, so he has held on to this.
That could be very instrumental into his contributions.
They are B-splitting. That one hasn't landed perfectly. There'll be a line over the top for Wrinkle to take.
Yeah, it's also the fact that Shush is going to be baited in so nicely here. Kaspersky's going to be tucked, jiggle out, gets the info, throws the nade, and then Shush readies his aim. This looks great. The NiP ready, backs are turned, and the multi-kill sprayed out of 2. Still Kaspersky needs 1. Electronic up close and personal, and he's managed to find it with the help of Mutiris. Weird with the lurk on mid. He's alone. They can just walk through that smoke. Ken's not going to take the risk, and Snappy removing Simple should lighten the load. Going to run at him, deny the plant perhaps, no, just, punching in the code, denied, no extra cash for BC.Game, and a 5th round on the board for NiP, simple.
They didn't believe the mid to be at all, right? So they could keep that setup where they were laser focused on upper tunnels. Incendiary makes things difficult. You touched upon the setup there, bit of a blender.
It's so, I mean, the lovely setup.
You have to run through it because of the clock, right? You don't really have the time to call things off. You know the rotation will come through. Simple also, and that's a great shot, right?
Wow.
If they get 2 across side and Simple still mid-doors, it's a bit of a problem. So 3-round gap now for NiP. And they know that the money is a bit all over the place as a tactical timeout call from Taz. I think it should be just a partial in this situation with 2,900 coming into the next. Make sure you're getting Simple the AWP. He's found the opener on the Scout and the AWP. And maybe they might have to rely on getting some good long spawns to contest that space early. Something you can't count on, unfortunately. And if you're not so well rehearsed within the defaults, you're going to need your players to make some plays. They've been somewhat grouped up for these finishes.
But I mean, as far as the expectations go about depth of map pool, when you have had less than a month together, I mean, it's fair to say that the default's going to be quite default.
Yeah, I think when you're also speaking in English for the Portuguese guys, right? It's not that they can't speak English, it's just that it's a little bit more unusual for them. Simple as well as Electronic have been doing it for a bit longer in Team Counter-Strike. And there's just 2 puzzle pieces that have never fit together before being forced together, whereas NiP bring in Ken to replace, right? So, you know, he's getting to play a lot of his positions.
Nice shot from Aragorn. Catches Kaspersky, removes that short player, and they want to try and bring Snappy down. He's done well. Not only finding that opening kill onto Crazy, but also anticipating the hunt from Mutiris. Another one from Aragorn's Deagle.
This is interesting now.
Interesting indeed, Mr. Birchall.
This is where players get to play, right? You get to see the moves. So what have they scavenged so far? An M4 and an MP9, but there's usually, if they jump into Simple, he could take one.
And he's holding for it, but Ken will best him. Got a bit janky with that one. Nice spray. Shush, stable as always. A very safe pair of hands. It's 6-2. Guns will be coming out, feeling like a must-win to keep this game competitive.
Okay, so I was talking about spawns, and you have to take a look at what's available at the moment. Simple has the worst spawn for a long or even mid pick, so he might be B-centric as we take a look at the highlights. A couple of nice shots short. It does keep finances somewhat limited for NiP, but they have a residual buy. Simple picking mid, goes down to Wrinkle. Ooh. Went for the boost. Wrinkle was ready for that.
Is he playing through? Aragorn! Oh, that's naughty! Walking on out of the smoke, a disrespect from Aragorn, put Snappy on his ass.
I like that. He knew he had to make a play because they're in a number disadvantage and took that window of opportunity, understood the type of setup they were going for with the late smoke and the molly, but now Wrinkle's going to start peering into this. They've got elevation.
That's what I'm loving about this. The fact that you've managed to sneak out and then boost. If Wrinkle was to try and hard clear, it's questionable whether he will on his own, but there's backup coming. So with Cairn arriving, will they sweep through this? And if so, how can you handle this electronic? The boost works out lovely. Just the tip of his head visible. Finding that little pixel to roost upon. Kaspersky spotted on the edge of the smoke. Crazy's patience is rewarded. It's a 2-on-4. BC.Game, a must-win round. Aragorn pulling them back into the lead and building upon it. Did Electronic? They do line up, but Electronic not scared from the shoulder shot. Guess that trade necessary. Shush, what have you got? A HE picked up from Spawn. Could very well be good. Electronic's not going to get caught by the flak. Still, regardless, it is going to lead to a plant and a third.
Yeah, I said they had cash for another buy. It's 1,400 loss going into the next. Wrinkle will be fine. Gets a little bit dicier for the likes of Kaspersky, but it should be bang on the money. So Shush is going to hold on to this for the rainy day. They've already got 6 on the CT side. So give yourself more opportunities down the stretch. When the round is lost, it's okay to give it over in this scenario. So Aragorn, big tip of the hat to him in that situation. If he doesn't make the play out long, that round is essentially stunted. He gave Mutiris something to call. Okay, from Ken, we have a little transcript here. No respect for these guys. And when you're this young core, we've seen what Kaspersky can do. Right, we've seen Ken have moments within Inner Circle. Obviously, Wrinkle, we've been having a conversation about him for a while. If they can realize that potential and bring it together at the same time, it is exciting. It just hasn't had enough time, I guess, since the introduction of Cairn.
I also did take 96. I can take longer.
All right, just addressing how close they were in some of those fights with the damage done. Here's the opener.
Textbook.
And we're getting some head-to-heads of the AWPers, right? You don't always get that, so it's nice to see.
I thought that angle was really naughty.
Simple gets a chance for a mid-pick again. Do they want to boost him up? Could be Mutiris going for that, or does he just take the fight and boy, for about a door bang?
Oh, wow. He's tagged up Shush there. Sure, just flying through the door. Never a good feeling as you're making your way to your B-bomb site.
Yeah, it's unconfirmed though, so they can't really attempt to punish that for now. They mollied low up, smoke the mid doors.
Gets a thumbs up from the ops team.
Going through the map control. Wrinkle's taking a pick at long.
Another head-to-head? How many head-to-heads have we had in this half? It's actually kind of baffling. You're right, how typically it's quite rare. But Wrinkle and Simple can't stop finding each other. Punish.
Oh,
missed shot from Simple. Not going to make the same mistake a second time. Shush will be finished off, and Mutiris wins out an exposed Cairn. Kind of caught in the middle
Snappy
of nowhere.
on the AWP.
Of course. The iconic.
I don't think you're getting away with this one, Chief. Aragorn's staying long doors. The rest have swarmed the site. I think Snappy might be going down with the ship if he doesn't find this frag.
He might get it. Defensive Aragorn. How patient is Aragorn? Is really the question. Not patient enough. Gives him a little bit of an escape route.
Electronic will be on him quickly here. Already starting to path up Cat. Kaspersky, the mid-to-B player, has played through upper tunnels, and Electronic is starting to track this one down. Mutiris and Simple are staying with the bomb just in case. But Electronic might be able to take it away.
Yeah.
And that would be huge. There wouldn't be an AWP available into the next round if Snappy loses this.
How does he mantle up?
He's under the scope.
That's a good angle. Yeah. Oh! Snappy snipes.
He will get to hold on to this. So
Wrinkle's licking its lips. That's a real golden opportunity to be able to pull out an AWP you otherwise wouldn't, thanks to your captain. A captain that, by the way, if you haven't, check out that Cairn interview. He talks very highly of Snappy. I'm sure it must be such a, incredibly new experience when you've got a veteran IGL. You get to see how that works and just how rapidly a call can be assembled. He was saying, like, last 2 seconds of freeze time, he calls a whole round.
Yeah. Thanks for doing that in English for us, Electronic. We appreciate it. All right, well, tactical timeout from Exist. He'll take a moment to have a chat. So that saved AWP and Rifle do mean that NiP get another buy. It's Snappy who's just going to operate on the MP9. Kit for Kaspersky. Wrinkle. Is he going to invest upon the nades? Yes, so full belt for him. Now, this is a tough moment. If you get the board wiped right now, very likely that BCG will find a 6-6 half. Sure, it will be a light, scrappy buy for the final round, and they've already lost one of those, but that would be the indicator that BCG have brought this one back. Simple with a B-spawn, going to take the AWP over. And Shush starting B solo. It's 4 strong on A with a short play.
A lot of faith that Shush is safe hands. He's not going to give anything away early. See how he approaches this. Ooh, Simple nearly goes down. Fair play. Through his own smoke, Shush nearly brings down an opening. Still, it's going to really hamper Simple's contributions. You can't quite be as free-flowing at 14. And he's only got 16 armor, Chad. That must matter somehow.
Well, yeah. So they've completely rerouted, and they want to get another player back over towards B, right? You don't want Shush to stay on his own the entire round. You play 4 strong A for a move in case it's a long pop or you're trying to find that short pick, but you need to go back to the standard 2-3. So Snappy's burrowed in at long, using his MP9 at its perfect range. They are returning to long. Long door smoke deployed at 50 seconds. They're going to come through.
Snappy's so ready for this.
He won't get blind here.
No, sir. No, he won't. And oh, they just run to their demise. Aragorn and Mutiris sprayed down, positionally sound. MP9 pays off.
Very well-timed smoke, and then perfectly handled from Snappy, right? The only thing that he can lose to in that scenario is them popping through the doors and him standing there, copping the flash in the face. So playing right in front of the grey screen, and that should be probably the save. So 7 rounds now for NiP. Snappy even gets himself an upgrade, so guaranteeing the half win at this point. It's one of the things with Dust2 again, it's in those spawns, and if you're not getting them, it does take a weapon out of what Mutiris can call. That's why you need to have your defaults drilled, and when you've only had, I think Dupree said 15 days worth of practice, your default, sure, Crazy and Aragorn understand how Mutiris wants to call, but he has to meld that now with the way that Simple and Electronic also want to approach the game, and they've always been very vocal in their ideas. And for good reason. 2 very accomplished players. Simple with another B spawn.
This time Shush got...
You're hoping for a molly?
Help.
Yeah, there's them. Okay, so he's into lower tunnels. Doesn't feel like a lot in this game. They've had the staging area of short to do your standard, all right, avant-garde smokes, right, we'll play that, we'll also seesaw, we'll throw them into B, we'll keep Ken moving. It doesn't feel like that's really been a problem for Ken. He hasn't been pulled between the decision too often. So they're returning to this late.
Wrinkle, this is a forward position.
Nice sweep.
Good timing on it as well. Removes Aragorn. The swing comes through. Nice trade from Mutiris, an important one. Ahead of the incendiary. And they know where that trajectory came from, so they know they've got one locked CT.
Now it's about how do they set up the post plant, because they will be able to get this down for free. So there's 2 conversations. What is the approach of NiP on the retake? And where do BCG place themselves?
Snappy reveals long occupied.
Have no territory. Look, they're all just on the side. This is very awkward. They need to take something.
Is it short? What is it? They're all coming from CT, though. That does favor them in these early fights. Just winning them out. Crazy's not playing scared. Not at all. Double peak. Jump up 5-7. Dust2. It's the territory of BC.Game, and 5 workable as we swap sides.
You have to understand how things are up here.
Oh no, do that there. Touch them toe, earthquake with it. No, do that. that there. Touch them toe, earthquake, earthquake. Oh no, do that there. Touch them toe, earthquake with it. No, no, do that there. Touch them toe, earthquake, earthquake.
Wrinkle versus Simple. BC.Game versus NiP. First map in the first half with an NiP lead. It's been a fun game so far. I'm joined by Sponge and we're swapping sides. So NiP will be taken to the T side. 5 on the T side of a map picked by BC.Game. Half of the course or an NiP advantage?
No, well, NiP advantage, but I think this pissed around, obviously the cliche.
Yeah, you have to drop it.
I think it's fine. I think a 7-5 scoreline on Dust2 either way is fine, right? This is still winnable, very open for both teams. During halftime, we spoke about this before, guys. You need to stop breathing.
You need to stop breathing. Hold your breath, guys. He's trolling.
Okay. Well, that's always the advice I give when people are stressed out. Hold your breath.
Opposite advice that Chatty B gave me.
Yeah.
Don't forget to breathe.
Open your eyes really wide. Think about all the terrible things that can happen.
Yeah, great, great.
We have 2 HEs on a CT pistol. Is this the break?
It might be. They might have to throw him out right now. Okay, they've spaffed it a bit earlier.
Yeah, mistimed. Now they have to hit the shots.
And they're so blind. Okay, Aragorn. He looked good on the Deagle. How's the... Got owned by Ken. Utiris has put up a nice fight, though. A rally of shots connecting to the heads of Shush and Kaspersky. The bomb getting planted by Ken. And, oh, they've lost Snappy. Crazy manages to remove him on the start of the retake, so now they have the numbers. Mantling up that new box. A quick click from Wrinkle. He's so precise with that P250. On a good day. Has to do it all here and overwhelmed by Crazy. It's his turn in the spotlight. Impactful triple to get BC.Game the pistol.
Okay. Well, we split the pistols. Yes? Shocks? Hello?
That was cool.
Yeah, we could hear it. We were I felt like I was in her brain for a minute.
Yeah, no, I felt like I'd left my stream open.
Wow. Yeah, okay. I hope she enjoyed the pistol, because, look, this is very important for BCG. The bomb goes down, and we know Snappy loves a force buy, Alex, so...
It's because she's doing it right next to the booth, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
get it now. I've solved it.
It's the crowd mics.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I think she's talking about the seeding and how that's all going to unfold.
Oh, that's my favorite conversation. I'm really good at that.
Oh?
Well, the VRS.
Oh, it's not the... Well, okay.
There is some
I'll save... Shocks is doing a whole bit about it. We'll save it till later.
Yeah.
You don't need to hear it from us.
No.
But here's the force buy. Galil for Ken.
All right, what's this?
The Deegs tell me it's going to be a slower pace, right? It's not a B pop because it would be very Tech-9 heavy. They're going to go for a long pop, and Aragorn's in the doors.
It's in the Snappy spot.
Oh,
they pulled this cross there, but he still manages to get away with 2. A third asking too much, apparently. Kaspersky on the short side. Mutiris can't go down and refuses to. An important kill that stops that from spiraling.
Yeah, that got sketchy for a moment.
Bloody hell.
How much more damage can you do? This force buy for NiP, I understand that it's probably not going to go their way, but you want to get another kill, maybe 2, try and limit the finances of BCG so they're not too strapped by the time you make it to the first rifle round. This will not be a scenario where it becomes like a 1v1 and the bomb goes down and then Snap says, let's force again. This will surely be them taking the eco, right?
Right?
Oh, no.
Really low. Deagle, hard to hit. Spots him out towards the Gandalf. He has got spot as well. The flank coming in. I think they were aware there's a possibility from Electronic. He doesn't want to overcook. Doesn't want to go too soon. Mutiris, I like this smoke. It's going to bail out his teammate. Wrinkle comes swinging in. An important kill provided by Electronic. And Snappy might just try and play for the plant here.
Oh, they're giving it to him.
Yep, he gets extra cash. Not going to be too bad. Does actually manage to get the drive-by onto Crazy, so denies one of them.
Okay, so I actually take that back. This is the type of scenario where Snappy does do the crazy scenario of let's force
it again. And that's where Wrinkle gets his first AWP in this half, 6 rounds in.
Yeah, look, now Snappy right now is 4.2k. It could just be hero AK drop, and then everybody else eco, and then Wrinkle will still be able to get out.
I like that. Let's do that.
So there's options available. It's not so cut and dry. I would... With your sentiment, I would like to see them make sure Wrinkle gets his AWP because we have seen the head-to-head between him and Simple, and I'd like to see more. Oh, they go. I knew they would go again.
Yeah, you were right. We are going to get that head-to-head still. Scout versus AWP is a potential if Simple was starting middle. However, that's not the case. A 4-man long lean.
Yes, and this tells me they know that Snappy likes to go for these double-down force buys. You wouldn't have, if you thought it was just going to be the eco or a hero AK, you wouldn't have played 4-1. So this is essentially a gun round.
Mm-hmm. This little partnership, Electronic and Mutiris working, sweeping back through mid to make sure nothing slipped the net early. They can be a bit light on A.
They're playing a lot of faith right now in Simple. So gambling for the B or B split, and then they'll play retake A. How many repeaks will Simple go for? That's my question.
It's one flashbang.
Oh, he's committed. Not playing retake anymore, Alex.
Still manages to nail one on the cross. Shush confirmed. Doesn't hit the flick. They're closing the gap. That elevated angle. Kaspersky brought down by Aragorn and Simple combined. Shush with the necessary trade. It's Wrinkles. Scout gets nothing there. Quite aggressive from Electronic through the doors, but the bomb planted in a 2-on-4. How do you possibly manage to level the odds in this one? You'd have to spray them both down. Shush with just a 1 and done. Caught mantling is Snappy. BCG take it. Weathering the storm of the back-to-back force buys.
All right, well, they've grabbed Simple's AWP, and this is tough because those issues you were talking about of it being late to the party by the time Wrinkle gets his AWP, if Simple continues to find multiple kills like this, he's going to feel like he's literally outgunned. So they will take another partial now. But this can snowball quickly. They're in the lead. BCG, 8-7, their map choice. Nuke up next. And that's one where I really feel they're going to be tested and put through their paces. But Ancient to close if we need to get there. Snappy with the hero scout. Had one in the first half. Worked out quite nicely. Both teams winning lighter buys within the first half of play. And we've split the pistols. So pretty damn even affair so far. As they played 4-1 again, BCG, to guarantee this long control. Aragorn chipped away, Wrinkle on top of the car, so he gets a bit of flak damage. Biggest issue I see right now for NiP is just not enough utility to make any magic moments. So if you can get a cheeky pick, and then you can scale on a timing while BCG try and calm and calculate how they need to rotate, that's their best way into a round like this. So you wouldn't want to be in any rush if you're NiP. Take your time, give yourself as many opportunities. One domino falls, you could snatch this round away.
Yeah, you've got Shush equipped with that armored AK-47 if you do need a closer.
So B split, they have the one smoke for the mid to B on Kaspersky.
Hasn't been much of a test for this B duo, so intrigued to see how Crazy and Electronic handle things.
Are they just going to try and B explode with Kaspersky smoking doors? If he was down for the mid to B, I might get interested in this situation. So it's been juggled across to Can. Is it lurk smoke? No? Okay. Just lining it up for doors. So they're hoping to overrun a light. Ooh, a bit earlier now. I was going to say if Electronic threw that off of the timing, but here they come.
Oh, he's got a lot of work to do.
Crazy's going to be smoked off.
We've channeled into Crazy. Force forward, does stand his ground, spray controlled, finds the head of Shush, that's the rifle gone, 2 on 4, it's fallen apart for NiP. Mutiris arriving on the scene, confirms their position, a nice headshot, Crazy delivering buckets and spades, 4 kills in the round. Not the first time we've seen Crazy with an impactful multi. Strong start to the half. Puts him up to 9. Yeah. Now we get the guns out. It's still going to be with like a little asterisk. Shush forced into the Galil, but I mean, tell you what, Electronic going down after 1, it really had to be Crazy.
And that's it with the setup and the door smoke. Crazy has to push through, otherwise they give up the site and then they get an extra gun. And that retake becomes extremely difficult. So big play from Crazy. Second timeout from NiP. And Wrinkle will get his AWP. Not a great spawn for mid or long. But I would expect NiP to give themselves an opportunity in a default now. You're yet to win a round in this second half. 4 straight rounds, the pistol, the conversions, but none of them have been relatively easy for BCG, right? There's always been some type of a buy they've been up against, which is keeping the stress. This time it won't be the 4-1, it'll just be a standard 3-2, and actually, starting short. Oh, tagged him.
Yep, Kaspersky gets tagged up. Can't believe he's going for a potential repick there.
They can give it up because Mutiris already started short, and they can take mid and B. Look, they are in lower tunnels. They already have so much map control, so the fact that they opened like this is huge.
But also, 2 ex-Na'Vi players, surely they know the counter to the Na'Vi.
Well, because you have the info, it means you haven't had to use your util to block. So they haven't been blocking B with the traditional incendiary or smoke. They're going to have so much more util to cause issues on the cross. So Electronic is closing the door on this by being in T-spawn. Crazy staying in lower tunnels to make sure they can't come short. And then they can continue to block, and now you have them completely boxed in. Once you've cleared out top, mid, green box, they all have to be long. This will still come down to a brawl. You have the information. That's good, but you still need to win the fight as they come for the cross.
Okay, Electronic.
He should play to contain.
I think that's the plan.
They're blocked again.
So what, you either find an angle around that smoke, or you push at 25 seconds? Like, that's not a nice...
Now that Aragon's at car, this becomes extremely difficult.
And you're right about this util, Chad. There's another one.
Yeah.
Like, you can see how difficult this has become. Uncomfortable. Doesn't quite really explain.
Double molly.
Aragon forced forward. Just going to have to unload his mag. He does some significant damage. The flag will activate. Doesn't spray down too simple, though. Finds Snappy towards the car cross. Ken trying to make a cross for it, but Crazy manages to catch him with a break of the smoke.
Save.
Yeah, Frinkle and Kaspersky both very worse for wear. Aragon's bullets, leg shot onto Kaspersky. Both of them need to get out of that.
Worked out better than the 4-1, didn't it? The fact they have so much info, that was very well played. And then Aragon getting across the car, right, what you think should be a spot that's clearer, they don't want to play, it just makes it so much tougher. Otherwise, you're worrying about the push through the smoke in top A.
Like, how many smokes was that? That was four long block smokes?
Yeah, you're going to be feeling pretty rough around the edges if you are NiP on the back of this. Simple with that tag through the corner of the wall. And then Electronic thought he would be farming him up. He's had a couple of really nice moments. You go back to day 1 on Overpass. Had some really key frags from behind when they weren't expecting in these positions they weren't ready for. But NiP, and in again, lost bonus will help them. Wrinkle's going to take the line.
Okay. How do we see...
Last tick of the molly, they'll go last tick.
Yeah,
here we go.
Going to go for a little pop. Yep, Crazy tucks in. Electronic gets his gun out. Crazy's got to find the first. A little pre-fire does deliver. Tucks in, forces them wider. 2 is absolutely absurd. A third! Crazy and Mutiris defending the site valiantly.
Flawless CT side still. 6 straight rounds now. Wrinkle going to save. They're going to hunt him. They're going to take this away. They know it's max loss bonus.
Contrast
You're not
to the
getting
previous.
the bomb down.
It's over already. How on earth? He lives and dies by the sword of the aggressive call.
So Crazy has had, what, 11 kills in this half?
Yeah, 4 kills, 3 kills, 3 in the pistol, so yep.
You're running out of momentum. Well, actually, you have no momentum if you're NiP. I take that back. This is perfect, right? So Orp takes the line. You're going last tick because what you want to do is you want to catch the player fluffing around the back of the site. Normally, he's starting to throw that smoke as the incendiary is about to fade, right? And you want to catch him on that timing. Right. But Crazy playing close car, it opens up that perfect crossfire. Is a light buy. Couple of Tech-9s, Deagle, Glock, U2, and trying to take the source out of the round. So it's a change of pace. Second top door smoke. Still have enough nades for a few options. They could take short control and then go back into the mid to B with the crisscross. He's missed thrown there, hasn't he? Yeah, he's completely fluffed that. Much further to the right with that one. He's picked the wrong piece of wood, unless he was planning on smoking the doors, but it looked like to me it was meant to be the mid to B. Now they're lining up this classic B pop, but they don't have a molly for back plat or sight.
They're coming through the flames. Crazy eats the flash. He's completely blind. How is he still alive? Messy from Snappy's Tech-9, but the site is theirs. Electronic is outside of the bomb site, conceding the space, conceding the plant. This one's got legs for NiP.
Now they have to wait for Aragon. Are they going to let him come through tunnels? They're also worried a bit of a lurk. So Aragon's starting to clear through, make sure nobody's close doors. He might just join them and they all go through window and doors. Speaking of window...
Oh, what? Referee? Like it was on his head.
They can smoke up a tunnels. Oh!
What's going on?
They might lose it all here. This is a
gap.
retake.
Especially now the clock's gone this fine. You got to go now. Channeling through the window. Good flash. Great flash. Electronic finds the first. A second required. Running him down. Time-sensitive mission, but they've got just enough for the 5-second defuse.
Oh, this is close.
Just enough.
Didn't even blink. Oh, that's 12.
I mean, if you're Electronic in that situation and Crazy's been flashed and gets nothing, and you are outside of the bomb site, you better get 3 on the retake.
Yeah, that is very tough.
Damn. I mean, damn, fine margins. And NiP, I can't help but feel a lot of the rounds this half have been really demoralizing ones for NiP to be losing.
Well, every round they have had something to fight with.
Right. There's always been like a conversation. I mean, the B rush perhaps the exception.
Well, this could be 8 straight rounds to close it.
0 CT rounds?
T rounds.
Sorry, T rounds. 100% CT rounds for BC.
Is that shot in the replay?
Yeah, like, he's got the angle. Where's that bullet going?
Okay.
The tracer looked like it went
through
his head. Maybe it is inaccuracy on the head. I don't know. It's cool to see them implementing that, though.
Yeah, needed any trick in the book to try and get back into that one, but very well done with the flashes on the retake. Wrinkles boosted.
Look hard, actually.
Is it the sweep to close for BCG? Back to their winning ways. Late boost.
You think it's clear. That smoke does cover the progressions. Wow. Simple, real quick to that one. Has Kaspersky dead to right, books him. An opening kill to keep this clean. Nice from Ken, though. He has managed to remove Crazy with a quick tap. He knows there's likely a second man, and so does fall back and plays his life. What's the finish from Snappy? Short being held, Mutiris with an incendiary. They might choose to push it head of, and they will.
That B-flake is limp.
HE, good damage onto Snappy's front door. Could spread that, could get really uncomfortable for Mutiris. He's going to take the fight. Hectic, he's done well. Gets the burst, finds the frag, spread, finds him as does the Wrinkle Orb. Shush should be planting. Wrinkle's going to try and lend a hand. Presence on the long side from Aragorn. Simple hoping for an aggressive peek, and he does get what he was hoping for. Wrinkle exposed on the boxes. We have game. BC.Game taking their map pick, Dust2 pick, and a flawless second half of play. NiP back to the drawing board. It's going to have to be a good nuke.
Yeah, it's their map up next of Nuke, but we're going to throw this one down to the desk. Who are you taking, guys? You want Simple or you want Wrinkle in the open head-to-head?
Third on their signature pick of Nuke.
Yeah, bring everybody up to speed. NiP started off the tournament with a 0-2 loss to Liquid with the standing Crimbo. They went on to take out Passion and eliminate them 2-1. BCG's road started with a win over Legacy, who have also been eliminated, and then a bit of a demoralizing loss to the Frenchmen. 3D Max had their way with them on Overpass and Anubis. And that's how we find ourselves battling for a spot in Stage 2. And a flawless CT side on Dust2 means that they have the momentum running into Nuke. This is a map they have played together online. They got the victory. NiP, they played it 3 times.
There's going to be a lot of running in this pistol. Certainly no nading. 5 sets of Kevlar and Aragorn. A nice aggressive position in the hut. Will be able to react if Crazy needs help. He does. He really does. He's going to back away to B.
They're going to chase him down. Yeah, they're quick on this.
And Crazy, he just wants to play for that one tap. He's got it again. He don't forget the impactful CT pistol we just saw on Dust2. Gets his first, dips away, concedes the space. Vent rotate. All the bodies are here. They're going to be coming for Kaspersky. Simple makes a bit of a meal of that. Ken distracted by it though. Mutiris will profit, and it's all collapsing for the Ninjas. They were really hoping to put their best foot forward. Starting off their map pick with a pistol, especially on T-side, Nuke would have made all the difference, but they get nothing. A couple of consolation frags, but BCG taking another pistol.
All right, well, this is where we know exactly how the game can flow for Snappy with the calling. And it can really turn into a bit of a sunken cost fallacy, right? If they're able to get this force, get close, get the bomb down like we saw in Dust2, they force again, and it waylays the traditional game plan. Snappy loves the shock and awe, right? We all know the end stays where he had that explosive roster, they were able to run you down. But if it doesn't work in MR12, it can get away from you damn quick.
Yeah, and it's something that we've also, we've highlighted that when it's working at its best, even if you know that's his tendency, it can be difficult to beat them at it.
Every round's pressure, right?
Yes.
Every round has something you have to be ready for.
Walk through that. Kaspersky, a real forward position that does catch Simple off guard. Crazy. This is crazy. He's got so many opportunities. How does he profit? Just the one. Good awareness from Kaspersky. Maybe waiting a little too long.
No one's down on B. Oh, just rotating now is Aragorn. He's too late to this.
It's looking great for the Ninjas. No pistol, no problem. No pistol, but you'll take a second round instead. Kaspersky's forward momentum, slipping the ramp smoke, an early kill onto Simple, and a second onto the boosted Crazy. Mutiris would have loved that onto Ken.
Yeah, if they get one back in, they might give it a go because they're hanging around, so they're giving it a look. And that should be that now. Electronic with the, I was going to say auto shotty. They boosted him up to make sure they get this rifle. So definitely back off and hold on to these. Now this is when it goes right. And that's all on Kaspersky, right? I imagine the conversation outside in the huddle is, boys, we're eliminated if we lose this map. We don't want to have regret. So if there's an opportunity you want to make a play, Snappy's style, you need to, right? He can make the calls, but you need to deliver him the frags to convert the rounds. And Kaspersky at the pole, going to be very happy with that. 2 in his back pocket. The second, very important, because a multi-kill from Crazy there, BCG would start to swarm. Okay, so the setup is something you have to keep in mind for BCG. It's going to be simple Mutiris combo outside.
I'm trying to look at Electronic. Like, when did he catch him? He just glanced up. Wow, fair play. Fair play to him. Like his teammates had already passed and rounded the corner. He still has the presence of mind to consider the boost. So we'll get some guns out. Electronic and Simple.
Yeah, so Mutiris has donated that one, and they'll go for this little cheeky boost.
Yep, Silo Jiggle spotted the boost.
You don't repick that.
Nope.
Oh, Ken's playing through the smoke.
Oh, there we go. It's more of the same. Kaspersky in the previous, now Ken. Just throwing a bit of aggression into the mix.
Very, very quick.
Oh, a lot of space.
Simple will be aware of the possibility. So a lot of outside room. Normally this forces you into the lobby play.
Purely holding for the potential on that main roof. Currently Snappy's MP9 up there.
And they're giving them lobby, right? You can see the position of Shush. He's on T-roof, so they're happy to give all this over. They want to take these fights on yard. They would give them the lobby space. That's okay. So you'd be looking for like a heaven hell finish.
Shot.
A surfing there from Snappy.
Nice from Simple though. Just tracks him, removes him, and now B is going to be, well, a rotation required. You can see the descent of Crazy. Just a 5-7 and a second body arriving.
Mutiris has a smoke, Alex. He could block the windows. He could block the single door.
40 seconds as well. How do you throw it? Where does he throw it? Window.
Okay, so they can, I was going to say lob a smoke out of single, but they don't have a smoke.
Crazy. Oh, the perfect angle, the swing. Completely overlooked the potential. It's Ken that's gone down. Needed another. Simple manages to build off of it. Punishes Wrinkle exposed. Kaspersky, awkward situation with 20 seconds. They're considering it. His teammates coming back to join him. Simple's holding the line. Already Mutiris ready to punish.
Got a plant.
That's the angle. They have to plant. Kaspersky's going to be focused on that. There's a back turn. Oh, not enough damage. Still weird. Shush in the clutch, but no time. Just going to try and keep hold of his AK. BC.Game. Wrestle back for control. They're just trading blows back and forth.
We saw this the other day with NiP in the server against Liquid. That was a fixture of that matchup. Took, I think, 7 or 8 rounds. 4 teams were able to break serve. Yes.
Well positioned by Crazy.
It should have looked a lot simpler, right? Mutiris gets that kill, it's over. So got a little bit sketchy there towards the tail end. But saved AK, a couple more can be invested upon. Shush got TK'd there for 5 damage.
Unbelievable.
So fast, Shush trying to make a move out the door here.
Oh, really are seeing NiP playing without any fear. Has to be careful. There was flames on one side and a HE in his face. Aragorn anti-flash. Oh, controls the spray, but flash.
They're in.
It connects, they are in. Kaspersky got a lot of work to do. Mutiris already removing some of the supporting cast. And yeah, they were caught out by the walk there. Really cheeky. Uncomfortable for Wrinkle, but with low HP, Simple's just crated. Simple has just crated. And Mutiris has gone down as well. Big clutch available for Wrinkle. Pulls it off. That's a horrible way for it to go down for BC.Game. And for Simple in particular. Oof.
Okay, that's one where the stress is definitely going to spike for BCG.
So Aragorn gets his, eats the flash, traded.
Taz has taken a timeout. I think, yeah, there's going to definitely have been some words exchanged here. This looks so labored as well from Wrinkle. How does Crazy not kill him?
Oh,
especially with the moments that we've seen Crazy have in this last patch. That must have looked damn ugly from his POV.
Ken is beating himself up, man.
Yeah, I think there was definitely some words being had there. So the fact Taz takes this, he can interject. He can get in between any of it. And you are going to see them force buy in again. Or at least I think you should. Loss bonus dictates. All right, well...
I mean, this is Counter-Strike roller coaster where you go that high. You've just said to your teammates, that was a really important round. Good job. This one should be a little bit less chaotic. And instead, it's a 1 versus 3 where he only gets 2 kills.
Yeah, and this is a situation where you lose this round now as BCG. It's worth 2 for NiP.
Right, and you got some Mac 10s as well, so you're going to be able to punish those exposed heads. Only 1 helmet in the mix.
So last time they were in this scenario, they took yard control, they took warehouse space, and they got picked apart and tried to finish B. This time, more direct, straight down secret, not going to mess about. Going to be less complicated. Simple need to play in the block.
Gets his smoke down, anticipates that Mac 10 fast. So that will shave a bit of time off the clock.
Mutiris has another one of those that he's able to assist with, but currently the wrong part of the map. He's actually up heaven, so how are they going to get more players down here to help Simple?
I don't know if they are. So they're just hoping that that's smoke or hoping that the GOAT can handle this? It's asking an awful lot. Perfect Molotov. Electronic is going to lend a hand. He'll hide out in the vents as Simple confirms Bomber is down here. He's going to need some help. Good clear as well from Ken. That's his opening kill, his first kill, excuse me. Simple. He's going to have trouble with that. Really nice nimble from Snappy's Mac 10. The range is not ideal. No one's saying that. Still, though, a little bit of a timing window here for Mutiris. He's behind them, but he's going to have to do it all. Goes for a second, and there's Wrinkle. Okay, an IP, so worth 2, as you highlighted.
Snappy laughing that one off right there, the SMG battle at range. But okay, we'll have to be the eco now. NiP.
See how high Simple has his desk? It's like completely towering over his teammates.
He's a tall man.
He is a tall man. But also an inspiration to K Serata, who apparently has adopted his seating position.
Yeah, you were doing the lobby today, getting to talk to all the Stage 2 teams.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's going to be very fun to see who in this final day of Stage 1 is going to be able to advance. Another game after this one as well.
Eyes on this flash.
A Desert Eagle and a flashbang.
Gotta let it rip, otherwise they're going to be... Oh!
Yeah, that does connect. Still around the smokes, it's looking good. It's a farm fest for the SMGs. It's that crazy USP. He's always good for 1 with it. Doesn't even matter if he's against armored opponents. Second as well from Electronic to keep the Finance is down.
Okay, hold up.
Into a deagle. That was very nearly a 1v1.
Tough one for Dennis the Menace.
Certainly is. It's held by the rifle. Yeah, not the weapon he'd wanted.
Pretty good eco, though.
You can't really complain with 3 kills on an eke.
Yeah, so you've kept them somewhat limited, but that's 4 rounds T-side nuke already. The CT wall needs to be put up right here, right now, if BCG are hoping to get this one done in 2. Simple will not get out the AWP, and nor will Wrinkle, so this is going to be M4 heavy for one side and AKs on the other. Now, how are they going to stop Snappy from getting this secret control? And if they do, is it just Can taking the space? Like already, the bit more pep in the step, the zest we've seen under the NiP players looking for fights as they harass over towards top. A couple of nades in the main, ready to spam. Not going to make it comfortable for the pairing on A. As Ken, he's got that room.
Yeah, he's got lots of room. Actually, never mind. Simple. Good awareness, catches that main play. Aragon's missed one.
It's behind you.
He's missed one. An easy frag. Good trade. Mutiris from main. He's in trouble, using that smoke to reposition. Mutiris managing to mantle up Heart. That should completely calm things down.
Feeling a bit hard done by there if you're Shush. You're out in top site so deep and everyone else is still restricted in lobby. So you're hoping your teammates are able to make some room, take the room that you've been able to make available for them there.
It was the reactions from Mutiris. He was very quick to that trade.
So settles in now in favor of BCG. So what was left open in that time? Where are they worried about the gaps to be? What players can you identify being dead? All that being pieced together now live with 50 seconds left as they're going to try and contact out the door.
All right.
Good setup to deal with this.
I think Electronic should be good for something here. He will swing out for his and doesn't expect a second one, but Mutiris is there again with these trades. He's 2 kills deep, keeping NiP's frags to a minimum, and Simple, he chips in for 2-2.
Okay, so we've got 6.9 right now on Shush, 5.9 on Wrinkle. They can buy. Now, it was always crazy to think that Simple and Flamey might go and join the Brazilians, but now we have Simple and Electronic who joined the Portuguese. Well, the Portuguese joined them. Either way,
It's one hell of a chapter, for sure.
he knew there was going to be a couple of borers in his life, and he's found them. So, will it be back-to-back rounds to destroy the finances of NiP?
Just having a laugh.
Yeah, and that was one of the keys, right? To see the attitude on day one. They were down 10-2 first half versus Legacy. They draw all the way back. And you're like, okay, this isn't going to be a divorce waiting to happen.
Yeah, right. I think that's always a concern.
I think it was the major concern, right? Is like, how is this going to work? Taz, in an interview, saying he's fortunate that he has the respect of the likes of Simple Electronic because of his 1.6 history, right? Taz is an absolute legend on the banners here in the Kraków studio. Is they going to use this fast lurk smoke? Try and maybe get down the vent. Doors naded off.
Shush. Aggressive pathing. Electronic trying to oversee.
That entire combo is to allow this type of move.
Yeah, trying to spot out someone aggressive Heart. Maybe you go straight through the smoke and you book him with a flashbang. Oh, what? Didn't Hard clear it.
Down the vent, though.
Okay.
He's heard that.
Yeah, the bomb's on its move, making its move. Snappy going to try and play for the plant. Simple's there in time. Denied. Kaspersky, an important one, should enable the plant at the bare minimum. Ken catches and cuts, rotates. He's not ready for Aragorn. Yes, he is. Impact from Ken. Kaspersky in the clutch now, basically completely detached from his teammate. Eats the nade, does damage, and Ken's here to clutch up. Double swing, double fight. Oh, it's the Mutiris trade. You can't get away from it. It is inevitable.
Good attempts right there.
Yeah, exists making sure Ken gets his flowers for his impact on that when he made that doable. Kaspersky
Completely different round. Oh, he saw him.
Yeah, he saw the little poking shoulder.
All right, so that pathing right there, he's coming out, focusing for that while the flashes are going off behind him. Right, so Shush doing his pathing, catches the arm. If he gets the kill, completely different round.
Yeah.
Nice fucking info.
Nice info. All right. Okay, oh, here they go again. This is that sunken cost fallacy I was talking about, where most teams would just take a lighter investment and then use the 2,400 into the next for a full buy. Snappy's going again. He knows it came down to a 1v1. So he wants to try and punish and keep the finances right where he likes it.
Love this. Audacious from Electronic. Very forward position into the hut. Now, a test for Crazy is inbound.
Yeah, he is on his own. He doesn't have support. Oh, here it comes.
Just in time. Simple will be there.
Oh, he's letting Simple take first contact here is crazy.
And Simple rewarded for that. Finding Kaspersky, hoping to hide out and be overlooked is crazy. Now he tries to catch them as they further forward. Electronic locking the door behind them.
Or the bomb.
Ballsy to be pulling out a nade. Crazy does control the M4. Snappy that removes that locked door. Gives
More
them
where that
avenue.
came from. Ken was good last round with the lurk.
He was, and he's doing it again. Simple could very likely be sideswiped by the main arrival so late.
Aragon's considered this.
Okay, and yeah, Simple gets that warning shoulder from Shush. Snappy in the hut, Ken out yard. Weird division of labor for the T's, and you're right, Aragon was perfectly prepared for that one. Again with the Mutiris trade, covers his teammates. It will be BC.Game taking the lead.
Okay, so this is about assembling the blue wall, as mentioned. 3 consecutive will have to be the eco now from Snappy and the boys. No bomb going down, 3 players staying alive. Maybe just some deagles, go head hunting. But it feels, with the way that Aragon's laser-focused main, they are playing good nameplate Counter-Strike. Okay, Yard player still alive. We have to consider this. It's covering Simple. He can take the door fight. Considering the limited time they've had together, there's some details that look good. I understand if they do progress to stage 2, it's a completely different ballpark regarding the level of opponent, but this is such early stages of a team no one had any expectations of. And some had maybe too high expectations of, seeing the Great One back in the server. This whole BCG project, was it just a way to get electronic trips on a helicopter? Well, flying high right now, 5-4. Up against the Eco, likely to be 6.
Yeah, I'm actually, pleasantly surprised to see how well they're meshing. It just seems like such a kind of left field mixture.
Oh, yeah.
And yet, yeah, there's a degree of polish that I wouldn't have expected.
The amount of doors they knocked on looking for cores to give Simple this opportunity, insane.
Yeah, this is an opportunity that he won't let go to waste.
If I were the BCG ownership and I've said I've just spent this much money, you would want him to be trying to deliver. And I'm sure that hunger, the adrenaline of competing, you're not going to get it anywhere else in life, right? This is where you get it, and I'm sure that's what Simple's been missing. Back at a Winter Championship, and oh.
Well done! Finds Kaspersky and a second onto Wrinkle. That's nice. Quick reactions over the top of the smoke, and very real possibility. Another one's due. Number 3. Denied on the jiggle.
Taking every peek he can right now. Really want to limit your casualties. Aragon only has 150. It's 1,000 in the back for Electronic, 1,000 for Mutiris. You definitely want to keep 5 alive if you can. So Simple low might go down. Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so all 5 staying alive. That's a nice round considering we've only got 2.
Guys, listen. Guys, probably he wants to do this thing 3 outside. How we call it? I forgot. Ursa, yeah.
Okay. We get some insight from Electronic. Now, I know a lot of people less than impressed with his time on VP. He took the reins over there, and now when you juxtapose that to the success Jame and Dust2 are having with Paravision, right? But Electronic has had a really, really poor patch. Cloud9, VP, not the type of Counter-Strike you're expecting from a player like him, and in the leadership reign, seeing him get very aggressive with certain teammates too. But definitely something to say. Yard control setup. This is essentially what he's just called.
They probably want to go yard with more bodies, so I'll play a forward position. And I won't go down. Mutiris will. Trades.
Okay, now you need to react. Snappy needs to call a quick reaction right now.
It could be asking questions of Crazy, and Simple anticipates the same. He's there in time. They do lose out on Crazy, but Simple hitting Crazy ones. Wrinkle goes down. Shush the last challenge. He's re-peaking on re-peaks. 32 points of health for Electronic and Simple.
Everyone's low right now. This is very winnable for Shush. You'll get the bomb down. 40 seconds will start.
This could be a very determining factor as to whether or not a 3rd map is required. A 5th round on your T side would be brilliant.
Both going vent. Look at all the util that they have to work with right now. Full belt on Simple. Who trades who? He broke the window, so they think he could be double door side.
You do have that smoke kit, but you've got such low HP, you kind of want to hope that forces a fight, right? Some certainty. They're taking their sweet time here, Chad. Shush, an opportunity to clutch. The nade would certainly do the job. They know they're low. Dunked on! Perfect trajectory. Same challenge. What do you play? You swing on in and Shush will clutch. That's impact.
Okay, you have to make sure you don't get too salty about that swing from Aragon there. He thought he was coming to save the day. His life gets given over, and that is a big clutch one. Another one in this map so far for NiP. They had the one with a simple crater. Now it's the Shush dunk. So a couple of clutches going in their favor to bring them 5.
Yeah, that means a lot to them.
They still go into this final round battered and bruised with the finances. 2 MP7s, 2 Galils as an AK.
Look at Shush.
Outdoor again.
Electronic forward on Hut.
Smoke wall hasn't landed as intended.
Down the vents. Bomb down immediately. Shush will follow him. Oh, Wrinkle. Yeah, that's a free frag. But this is going to be a very quick plant. Already just shaving the clock down and setting themselves up in a weird one with Ken so late yard lurking. He's going to try and cut off the secret here. 2 of them focused on that.
Oh, spotted.
Yeah.
Have to deal with him quickly.
There he is now, and he can just rot the clock. He's going to try and live as long as he can. His teammates are going to need that clock on in their favor. Kaspersky cannot give his life away. We'll dip into the vents. It's
halfway
Shush.
gone already.
Got a lot of work to do still. Nice from Snappy from Dark. Oh, but crazy. He's stubborn with this. Makes it awkward, makes it uncomfortable. You know you've got to find a multi. Electronic brings him down. Kaspersky's got to try and get him off the bomb. Where's the cover? No! No time! NiP 6, BCG 6, dead even. You gotta stay tuned. We will be back and we'll find out if Nuke can go the ninja's way, fighting for survival.
Yellow.
Red side, side, and yellow, dead. Behind, side. Behind.
Defuse one, defuse one. Instant. I have.
Aqua.
Okay.
Glasses.
Door.
Nice!
Insta walk. We're not stopping. Careful, OC. There's one stepping under, no?
Yeah.
Just walk on him. You're allowed to insta. Chill. They haven't only heard one.
He hit two. They smoked door again. I hold mine.
Yeah, hold windows.
We just reset the round and molly and then listen. Just chill.
One windows.
Oh, don't get spotted more, please.
I'm sitting 2 rows.
Yeah.
They know we are multiple now.
Yeah.
One
Don't
windows.
give bomb here.
You wanna still go secret?
Guys, we should go.
Yeah.
So we should try to see if we
Yeah,
can
just
go
smoked
up.
door again.
I will
Third
molly
time.
here. Let me molly.
The third door smoke.
I start.
I hold that.
Hold that.
I have
Double open, guys.
Do we have a smoke?
Double.
He saw bomb, double.
Guys.
Advance.
Nice. I will run out single. Can we come?
Yeah, wait, distance. Space. Molly
Close.
I'm Molly again.
Ramp. Help me.
That.
Guys, Kevin, I'm coming behind Rain.
Vent.
Nice.
Aqua, oh my god.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Go,
Good
go.
boys.
Fuck was that?
I was just shooting so many bullets at the guy, man.
Get lost.
keep this party rolling. 6-6, an even division of the rounds in that first half. It was the CT side, though, from BCG, and it is the pick of the Ninjas. Clutches on clutches, Chad.
Yeah.
NiP making the difference in the clutch.
Yeah, well, things come in threes, and so did the clutches. You had to close it down a Kaspersky 1v3. Before that, you had a Shush 1v3, and earlier on in the piece, during the Force Buy Wars, you had a Wrinkle 1v3. Those are difference makers. Those tee you up to win your map choice now that you get to swap over to the CT side.
Oh, it's been many a moon since I saw Simple searching yard with a P250.
Let's see if he can find the opener. He was finding quite a few of them over there on Dust2. One trickle smoke, and away they go. Wrinkle's here.
He's going to commit to it, yeah. Tuck's on the corner, so just going to be playing for the jump scare. Electronic, the first man on the scene, and walks... Wow, walking in, but perfectly pre-aimed. He nails the first bullet out of his Glock. It opens the floodgates. They'll start to spread. Snappy actually going to use that open window to try and kick up a fuss. Ken's having a bit of trouble hitting the bullets. Snappy, good one for the first, but quick trades from Aragorn. 2 kills in the pistol from the Portuguese. Shush on the vent descent, going to have a go. He's been spotted, and it's 3.
Nice. Clean shooting there. Very, very good stuff. That quickly dispels the problem of losing those clutches. Now you've won both pistols. Problem you had in the first half, you didn't convert. Now you have to. Right? This is T-side Nuke. This is where I think there's going to be a couple more difficulties. The desk discussing a map like Overpass, it's hard, right? You need to be able to do your defaults. Nuke is going to be the same. It doesn't necessarily have to play it, but sure, we always talk about yard control, smoke walls, push-pull, forcing rotations. You could have a little bit more shock and awe. And if you can deal with this force buy, you're going to be set for what should be 3 straight rounds out the gate. Wrinkle starting assertively over towards Warehouse. Kaspersky will rotate down the vent early, so they're already addressing the problem of the secret leak. But it is smoke and mirrors. Materis has not crossed. Another block smoke thrown to door. One more of those for Ken. So time is actually BCG's friend right now. Let this early block utility expire, and then you're going to be able to pounce into the round. Now, there is support for Materis outside. It's going to be Electronic, as there you go. That's that last key piece of utility, and he's got main control.
Yeah, he's got the fight onto Shush as well, looking rather worse for wear on Tetris. Heaven under scrutiny. The fight's working out for them with Ken and Snappy's D-goal. Double from Snappy in the Heaven. And Kaspersky missed shot on the back of Electronic. Now swinging on out. Good covering fire. Electronic has maybe saved them. Wrinkle, a really uncomfortable clutch. Knows Crazy's beneath him. Electronic not giving him the fight, and exposed to Crazy just enough. I mean, sweat on the brow, right? BCG, that was a little bit hectic, a little bit scary, but they come out on top.
I want to see those Snappy Teagles, please. One of the oldest dogs we've got in Counter-Strike right now, hitting some absolute zingers from the heavens.
Oosh.
Unleashes the first, and then, oh, that is beautiful onto Materis with the second. Makes it very, very threatening. And you hear the roar from BCG on the conversion of this round. They know how much that one's worth. On the CT side, you cannot operate with the force buy the same as you would on the T. And Simple enjoys that one. This is it, right? You buy this core, you give them Simple and Electronic. You have 15 days worth of practice. You've been together for less than a month as a team. You pick up your opening round win. You're now facing elimination, but you win this. You're already 1 map to the good. You progress with the big names. And that's where we get to see the chance of a Simple going up against your donks of the world. The Monasys, the Kiyosukes, right? Molodoys.
That's an exciting prospect.
And it's been some time, right? Obviously, chose himself to step away from Na'Vi. Had a couple of stand-in stints. Falcons, FaZe with the major. Then he's on a roster where it's like, okay, he's with, you know, Sasanito, Andu. It's going to take a while to grind back. You're going to have to do it the hard way. 2026 rolls around. They go shopping. They buy him a core. And it's still Simple after all. I'd love to see him going toe-to-toe with the big names in the big 2026. Counter-Strike keeps rolling on, and for many, the GOAT. Just love to have him on the screen.
Yeah, man. I mean, Counter-Strike's better with James and better with...
Oh, okay.
That's not gone great. That's
a little bit
not feeling
awkward.
good. He's come down the ladder and has had 2 pistols in his face. Snappy. Oh, good cover from Simple. Good clear.
Having a game. 17 kills,
Yeah,
18.
make it 18.
We'll keep on counting. Him and Electronic Both in the double digits, same to be said for Crazy. And this is the thing as well. All the talk is going to be about Simple and Electronic, but you have to give credit to these Saw players, right?
Yes.
Mutira's calling a good game. You get impactful moments from both Aragorn and Crazy. And then you got Taz in here. When things start to get a little bit prickly, he jumps in, makes sure everyone stays focused. And this is the thing, right? Taz, with the listen-ins that happened in the past, people were going to paint him with the brush, oh, he's just a cheerleader. Taz is one of the most experienced Counter-Strike players we still have in the scene.
Yes.
Right? This is a wealth of knowledge, a man who knows what it takes to win. And he dealt with personal problems in teams of his own in the past.
True. Yeah, and if anyone knows how to kind of conflict resolve, I think Taz is up there.
Yeah, like back in the olden days, him and Neo, they were on rival teams. They hated each other. Then they played together, were extremely successful. They also had this whole issue with luck for a while. That's why Pasture came in. I'm doing 1.6 ancient history. Like,
nice. And then I could bring up the CSGO history of the Mercedes.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Everyone gets upset and hates each other.
Yeah. Well, Snacks is in the building. He'll be playing late up. And Taz, he might be locking in a couple more days of play in just 4 more rounds.
I mean, yeah. T-Side's definitely got off to a flyer with the pistol win, but if you can win the first gun, then it really does feel tantalizingly close. That's if. Ken started out going to be playing actively to report on the secret cross and says no one's home.
The Ken in the coal mine.
Ken in the coal mine. You know, he's quick. Nice throw. Lands perfectly into Kaspersky's hands. He's Danish. It's like a handball thing.
Well, I'll be getting punted out of this one very soon, NiP. Yesterday was hard fought. Today...
I'm curious, is this for... Oh, that's not so good.
Who's going down to get that?
Excuse me, can we have our ball back? Kaspersky's got him dead. Oh, Aragorn, rough death. Oh, no vision. Kaspersky still nails a second follow-up headshot. Number 3 as well. That's the Kaspersky we know. Impeccable.
This is where it is going to get hard on the T side, right? Trying to piece together and execute. Definitely doesn't help when he's playing ahead of the nades and finds the first, the second completely blind. This kid's got aim.
He's got aim by the boatload.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So...
we were just complimenting Shush's nade throw.
Yeah. Well,
tough for Aragorn. Really tough for Aragorn. I don't even know if he saw the shoulder just as he swaps to his nades, but Kaspersky, I mean, he's on one. Not even a smile, not even remotely, because he knows how serious this game is. That round is just the start. Need more. Ramp for Snappy. Gotta get out with your life.
Support's on the way, but they won't be able to take the line. Wrinkle will have to give it to him.
Mutirius, this is so quick, so braze. Just running and gunning, hoping to catch Snappy off guard. Kaspersky, prime position for him to do more of the same. Tap some heads. Getting closed in on Snappy Profits. Look at them go. NiP feasting. And Snappy gets completely overlooked. Aragorn's had a couple of screamers in back-to-back rounds.
That's got to be comms. Okay, so there you go.
There it is.
Is it a Taz timeout? Maybe not this round. Maybe just let it play itself out. You know it has to be an eco now. Give it the 9-9. They wanted to... Okay, so 2 things happened here. One, Mutirius was disconnected, right? He played through the flames.
Guys, please, don't hurry up. I say 2B. Don't need to push, Muti. You don't need to push.
Look, this is the thing. You would never say that he's wrong with what he's saying. The problem is, and you hear this with, you know, the Eastern European culture, CIS, that they're much more direct about things.
And, you know, when you're talking to a fellow Eastern European, that's normal, you know? But the difficulty is when you're talking to someone who isn't, it can be perceived, and especially when it is Simple.
Yes.
Like just, I know I would play worse the second Simple starts sighing down the microphone at me.
Yeah. So, look, a moment of pause right now to be able to start piecing this together. This eco should be farmed up. Oh, great. Kaspersky's had enough of this, hasn't he?
Done, action man.
All right, 5 staying alive. So, some nice rounds in back-to-back-to-back fashion now for NiP. That's 3 consecutive.
They've shrugged off that pistol loss quick, haven't they?
Yeah, but this is the problem within this map. You're going to be containing all of those lost 1v3s in the first half. If you're BCG, you feel that first half should have been dominant. 9-3 is likely what you feel like you should have been walking away with. Maybe even 8-4, and it's 6-6, and now it's all tied up. And you lose some key moments with things disconnected. The pressure's starting to rise. Taz didn't bother taking the timeout when it was going into the eco. He saved it for a worthwhile moment. Now, again, going to be calming them down, making sure that doesn't flow into this next round. But they need to make sure that they're on the same page with their approach. Will it be technical, or will it be in their face? Because the in-the-face moment, like that one previously where they scaled ramp quickly, it looks good, right? They were punishing Snappy, Wrinkle over peak because, oh, my in-game leader's in trouble. If they try and play this chessboard Counter-Strike, doing the smoke walls, playing behind it, they are going to have to make sure they take it at such a tempered pace. And I think NiP will be comfortable playing against that. There are limited nades as well, which removes options for Mutiris to be able to call with. So I feel like it might have to be a bit more direct. Smoke wall, as you can see, not landing.
Happy, same angle, different result, because he sticks around for a little longer here. Wrinkle reacting silently down the vents.
But they know he was aggressive door. So you want to try and piece this round together. So they have hit the pause. They've got this ramp control. Still clustered in lobby, no outside space, but they're not aware of that. And the AWP's not out there, so it just doesn't mean it can cover the line for main and the secret cross. There's two riflers having to pick up the slack with that. So for their finish, Aragon has this smoke. It could go to single door, and then they can isolate the bomb site itself. It could go to windows, but they need to hit the shot. Snappy is not going to be able to. They can't allow him to multi. Wrinkle's actually headed back up. It's just Snappy down here.
Oh, this gets hard. I like the angle he's adopted. He's hoping just to catch that first one and then swing on out for number 2. This is the pathing. That's exactly what he was banking on. He can't connect. Electronic, very quick to react. Down the vent, stampeding. Shush audible. Second body counted as well. Kaspersky quick to the double doors. How do they approach a disadvantaged retake? You're smoked off for a moment longer. It will be fading now. Kaspersky has vision from window.
Don't have much space right now, BCG. They're all in the side.
Oh, Mutiris is just a sitting duck, an easy pickup. That's the clawback kill. He's ready for Crazy's angle. Quick one back. Traded by Kaspersky. Just the toes visible. Simple's got to stay active, stay nimble. Kaspersky in a clutch. He'll have a look. He'll definitely have a look. Oh. Gets Electronic. Simple in the clutch now. No time really. Swinging on out, but he knows the clock is on his side and finds the headshot as well. An important and impactful 3 kills from Simple. BCG off the back of a Taz timeout. Find the double digits.
I know that they were in a scenario there where they had number advantage post-plant, but because they didn't have double doors, window, single, or ramp...
Like that Dust2 round where they were all on site.
Right, and right here, you're hoping that you hit shots or trade efficiently, and they did. Simple gets them a triple in this situation, so that was still a tough scenario. It looks very, very comfortable if you're just looking at the amount of players alive and the bomb being down, but that was still a tough round to win for BCG. And the reason NiP can go for that is because they did have the finances off of the 3-round streak that they did accrue. So this game is very tense. I think the buy will be worse for BCG. Exist is just given the 30 seconds for Taz to get on the microphone again. So it is Galil heavy, a Mac 10 for Aragon, and just the AK. Oh, actually, Mutiris has gone in for a Mac 10 as well. So Electronic is going to take that at the end of things. All right, so they're hoping to not be going up against too many sets of head armor here. Unfortunately for them, there's 3 in play. Donating the util, dropping that on the roof. This is a tough round for BCG.
Yeah, distinct disadvantage in the finances.
AWP starting ramp as well.
Who's going to be their rotation piece if this secret cross is managing to make it?
It's going to have to be down the bench, surely, but it might be too late now. See, Wrinkle, they put the AWP ramp because Snappy was being bullied.
Yeah. Simple's the one throwing util roof. It's Wrinkle that's going to sweep through and ask questions of the lobby. Never mind, he'll stay on the line.
No one's rotated. Oh, no, I tell a lie. Ken's just gone down B now.
Very loud about that. May have been relayed, may have been audible.
Well, he's heard that flash, so he's going to be calling for some type of support.
Hang on. Lobby. Oh, shush! He wasn't ready for Aragorn. They've lost the opening. Kaspersky's got to come up trump with the double at least. There's the number one. Denied. Traded by Crazy. Important, impactful. Recall. Quick flick onto Simple. I'll have to take the rifle if he wants to have voice in this one.
Probably voice back of your head, screaming save right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, they've had so many clutches in that first half. He's going to have a little look. Oh, Wallbang finds Crazy, doesn't panic.
Oh no!
Muteris went hunting.
That's a way back in.
Got greedy. He thought he was on his own. Didn't expect number two. Electronics very low as well. Crazy's going to be feeling so much pressure right now. He knows he's got to hit this kill, and he can't do it. Electronic alone. They don't swing through. He should be traded. He should be traded. How has that bullet found Ken's head?
I said there's 3 sets of headhammer in the round. It's the 2 players on the retake who only have the Kevlar, the Mag-10. Perfect weapon for the job. They're running and gunning. They don't save anything.
How has he found the headshot running and gunning? A dream for Electronic and a smile. You get one of those a day.
Oh, this one from Muteris.
Yikes.
Yeah, that could have been the
Look
undoing.
at this slow-mo bullshit.
Yeah, explodes like a watermelon there, doesn't it?
He had 10 HP.
Oof.
Sheesh kebab.
Okay, they don't save anything. They can still bring in 2 M4s, but they're bullying ramp again. Or pin the play for Wrinkle. They're already out.
Straight away, just bullying Snappy. Are they slowing down? He's going to be asking for a reaction. He's going to be asking for something. And just like that, he falls. Down the vents, 2 of them. This time, they're going to play for the window side. Wrinkle has a moment of vision with his nade break. And Kaspersky does kick up a fast. Good find. Low HP, retreats, re-smoke double. Still such an uncomfortable round, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a kit in this, but again, like last round, I thought there would be a save for sure. Muteris allows the way back in. They're hanging around if there's an overstep, but 2,400 loss bonus next round.
Like that. Ooh, Crazy. Releases a lot of pressure there. Simple combination. They are going to lose it all. The orb's gone. Kaspersky's lost that in the smoke. Wrinkle trying to get away with anything at this point. Muteris, oh, nice shot, takes his head off and will leave with the AK-47. But ladies and gentlemen, BCG, they are just 1 round away from the second stage, advancing to the big boy table.
You don't fucking hesitate.
You feel this has to be it now. In fact, nothing besides the singular AK save, 2,400. They're able to get another M4 out dropped. Deagle, 2 MP9s up against a fully strapped BCG, but I don't think... I don't think you can play the standard ramp bully on Snappy again. He knows he's been a liability in this position. Just getting run over. They're literally just charging him. They have no respect for his aim. If you're making plays like that, you have absolutely no respect for the player. Ramp player, 1 done, drops down.
You're just not expecting the 1. What's the call from Muteris? How does he want to close this out? He's actually going to be the first man in.
Top split.
A top split indeed, and there's so many gaps. Just in the open. Still Kaspersky good for 1. Got to respect that, but need more from the teammates. They're collapsing! BCG just got to find Snappy, and stage 2 is theirs. Krakow's calling, and they answer.
Wow, what a game from BCG, getting that one done in 2 straight maps. Simple is back at an IEM Winter Championship, and he will progress to likely lock horns with some of those bigger names. You've come through the lower bracket, you're going to be one of those lower seeds.